While yes, it is true that you can get very rich by just investing a set amount every month into a solid ETF that tracks the S&P 500, but this is going to take a very long time. So this video is going to highlight ways that I'd invest $1,000 right now, no matter what age you are, but the younger that you are, you better listen up. Long term though, I do hope that you are investing in a stable and sustainable ETF or three, because I've been doing that for the better part of a decade, and that's led to the largest part of my net worth. And to give you perspective on how easy it really is, if you invest just $500 per month into something like the S&P 500 that's gained an average of 10% appreciation per year with dividends invested, and you just do that for 10 years from age 20 to age 30, that's going to grow to $95,624. If you literally never put in another dollar, you only invest those 10 years and then nothing more, and just let it sit for another 30 years in the S&P 500, that'll have grown to $1,668,581 by the time you're at retirement age at 60. The reason that's so crazy is because you will have only invested $500 per month for only 10 of those years. Let's say on the flip side, you decided not to invest for those first 10 years. You're 20 years old and you say, I'm gonna start investing at 30 instead. So now you're 30 years old, you'd invest $500 per month for the next 30 years, and you're gonna grow that to $986,964, which is amazing. Who doesn't want $1 million? But did you notice that power? One person invested for only 10 years and then never again. The other person had to invest for 30 years and still didn't beat out the person who invested for the 10 years at first. This is the power of compound interest, and this is your biggest ally the younger you are. If you haven't started yet, start today. Whether it's $5 or $500, just get it in. And for those of you a bit older, don't get discouraged. You likely have more earning potential than those that are younger, and so you might be able to invest much more, which will catch you up even faster. Time is still on your side, so don't wait until next year. Do this right now. So while long-term investing is going to give you the bulk of your wealth long-term, the thing that's going to get you leveled up in this world is increasing the amount you can invest and being able to invest in multiple places like real estate, Bitcoin, individual stocks, and building businesses. I have my money working for me in every single one of those areas, but you need to do some other things first. If you focus right now on the best possible thing to invest in, but you really do only have $1,000 right now, even with a crazy fantastic return like 100% in 1 year, at the end of the year, you're now gonna have $2,000. That's awesome, but not life-changing. I want you to focus on something that's gonna bring you $1,000 per day. That's been my focus for a while, and I surpassed that recently, which really poured a bunch of gasoline on that fire to build up my investments and has been growing like crazy. And I want that same thing for you. Here's the brutal truth. It takes money to make money. You could make loads of money by starting with literally $0, but it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But it can be done because I started this YouTube channel with just the camera on my phone and no video skills. And now it brings in multiple six figures per year. The first two things you need to focus on right now, like laser focus on right now, are these. Number one, you need to level up your skills. Plain and simple. Whatever job you're at now or wherever you need to be in order to be able to make more money, in your industry, you need to go at this 100%. If you're in sales, I want you to change your mindset from selling more products to selling higher ticket products. Go research an industry that makes much more profit per sale. It takes just as much energy and effort to sell something that's worth $10,000 as it does to sell something that's worth $100,000. The difference is your profit. If you make a 20% commission at your job, you'll earn $2,000 on each sale of a product worth $10,000. For each sale of something worth $100,000, you're gonna earn $20,000. In both, you need to cultivate a relationship, negotiate, and sell. But in one, you get rewarded much more heavily. Think smarter, not harder. If you're not in sales, figure out what types of skills are gonna get you to leapfrog to that next level in your company. I don't want you thinking about working just a little bit harder and getting a nice little bonus at the end of the year or getting that little raise. I want you to think about absolutely crushing it and making it so that they have to promote you. They have to push you to that director job or that supervisor job. And that's going to level you up and make you so much more income. What skills do you need to learn, or what benchmarks do you need to hit in these next few couple months? At the very least, if you do hit these benchmarks and have a whole new bag of skills, but your company doesn't recognize you and doesn't actually promote you, you can go take your talents elsewhere. Americans who switch jobs are seeing pay gains of nearly double of those who stay put. New data from ADP shows the median year-over-year pay increase for job switchers was 10%. Meanwhile, job stayers saw an annual wage gain of 5.1%. Or even better, how could you leverage your skills to be able to build a business within this industry? That's a much bigger leap, but it could pay off huge. And this leads to the second thing that I definitely want you to focus on, and this is to start another stream of income. Some might call it a side hustle, but I want you to shift your mindset to be different than 99% of other people. Even just calling it a side hustle puts it in your brain that it's something on the side. It's something that you might get to later, or you might put a little bit of effort into. That's why I see people fail their side hustles all day long. I want you to think about this as something that you're trying to build for something much greater than it actually is today. The goal of this is to take over your main full-time job and make much, much more money. So let's take the side out of side hustle and just go do work. There are two types of income-bearing hustles to work here. You can either go for the one that will make you cash in hand today, like literally right now if you start it today, or there are ones that will be delayed gratification but will bring in a crazy amount of money down the road and likely surpass your full-time job right now. First is the short-term hustle. Do not go with what you see here on YouTube or definitely what you're seeing on TikTok. Dropshipping, marketing funnels, finance hack, blah, 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 just does not work. The thing that works is the thing that nobody wants to do, which is why people are gonna pay you to go do it. You need to provide somebody with convenience. That is worth so much. Most people work 8 to 10 hours per day, then come home and want peace. So provide them with peace. If you start a lawn mowing business, or mobile car wash, or mobile pet groomer, or solar panel cleaning business, this gives people the most valuable thing they own, which is their time back. They don't have to go out and do these tasks, so they get to spend time with their family, and that's invaluable to them and makes you a bunch of money. The second type of income stream is one that's going to be definitely tougher. It's going to take a lot of courage and a lot of work, but it can pay off like crazy later. I started this channel with the intent to help people, but I also knew that there was great earning potential here on YouTube. People use the internet and specifically YouTube for literally everything, so it's such a smart move to get going on this platform. I'd never edited a video in my life, nor have I even ever just filmed a how-to video or even talked on camera very much. For over a year, I spent 10 to 15 hours per week just learning how to do YouTube, how to edit videos, and how to talk on camera better. I then also spent another 10 to 15 hours per video per week putting together my videos and uploading them. All the while I had a full-time job and time was very limited. I would work those 30 hours plus per week on my YouTube, uploaded the video all excited, and get a whopping 18 views. And at least 10 of them were from my mom. Thanks, Mom. But that was tough. But I kept going. My goal was to be 1% better with each video and try to provide more value each and every time and keep learning. I made a goal at the beginning of that year to just upload one full-length video per week for 52 weeks. If at the end of 52 weeks the channel hadn't grown or I couldn't see a trajectory to where there could be real growth and real income potential, then I would just scrap it. At least I would have learned some new skills and tried something new. Well, after about 10 months of hard work, my channel grew to about 1,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, I had close to 5,000 subscribers. I almost threw in the towel because even with 5,000 subscribers, the amount of time and effort I was putting into YouTube was gaining me an hourly rate of about $1 per hour. But I kept with it, and within that next year, I grew to over 100,000 subscribers. And now almost 3 years in, I'm over 215,000 subscribers and have built a few businesses through this platform, and this generates multiple six figures per year. I practice what I preach on this channel and have not let my expenses grow with my income. So I take most of the revenue I earn from my multiple streams of income and invest them in the stock market. I have a rental property that cash flows each month, I invest in Bitcoin, and I reinvest back into my businesses. Whatever money you have to invest right now, I'd be getting a very small portion of that into the S&P 500 or into ETF investing as soon as possible just to get that compound interest cycle started. But more importantly, I'd be using the bulk of that money and all of my time and effort to level up, to increase that earning potential, and then go use that flood of new money to go invest for financial freedom way sooner than you ever thought possible. To see what to invest in specifically when you do have that flood of money coming in, check out this video on my new 3-fund portfolio, which is the most simple and best way to invest right now. Or watch this video to keep you going strong in your investing journey.